Hey guys, welcome to our Propresenter 6 tutorial video. Propresenter 6 is the software our church currently uses to display most localized campus content onto our screens. This includes lyrics and backgrounds for our worship songs, video content, and slides. The goal of this tutorial is to teach you some of the ins and outs of Propresenter so that you'll have a better understanding of the software and how we specifically use it within our organization. So in this first video, we're just going to go over some of the basics of Propresenter 6. Before we jump into some of the functionality though, we're going to take some time to just look at the basic layout of Propresenter and also spend some time talking about the language used within Propresenter. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to open up Propresenter. So you can find that in the dock at the bottom of your desktop here. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is the toolbar here at the top. So this toolbar contains a lot of really useful shortcuts within Propresenter. So things like your video and image bin, which contains all of your jump backs or motion backgrounds. You can create a new slide with this shortcut. You can clear different levels of content from a slide. So I can clear just the text, I can clear the background, or I can clear everything from a slide. Or I can change the audio coming out of Propresenter. So there's a lot of really useful things. And the cool thing is this toolbar is customizable. So if there are certain things that you use more at your campus that you wish you had a shortcut for, chances are you can probably save yourself some time and add it to the toolbar. So to do that, you go up to View here, you go down to Customize Toolbar, and it will show you an overwhelming amount of options. Chances are you're not going to use most of these, but if there is one particular thing that you really want up in there, you can click it and drag it up and it will add it to your toolbar. Cool. The next thing I want to show you guys is the preview window here. So this preview window is going to show you exactly what is outputting from Propresenter. So I'm going to click on this jump back here, and I'm also going to click on this slide. So you may notice that there's two different sides here. At this particular campus, there's two sets of content coming out of the computer. So I have the content on the left here is being sent to my side screens, and the content on the right is what is being sent to my center screen. Your campus may only have one of these, one 1920 by 1080 image, and that's fine. The principles are the same. It's just showing you what is being sent out of the computer to your screens. So one cool thing I want to show you guys real quick. So at our campuses we use stage displays, or you might have heard them referred to as confidence monitors. They're basically a monitor that is at the back of the auditorium. They display things like lyrics, timers, and notes to help keep the band and your campus hosts on track. So if you click up at the top here, it says toggle output / stage display preview. You can actually see what is being sent to your stage display. It's very useful. Sometimes different campuses have different sets of content being sent to that at different times. So it's a great way to just double check to make sure that what is being sent there is what's supposed to be being sent there. Cool. So the next thing I want to show you guys is the library. This is basically a library of all of the songs and documents that you have created or imported into Propresenter. So Propresenter refers to each of these as a document. A document can really be anything from like a song to a group of videos, a group of slides, even just one slide. So as I click through here, most of these are songs, but yeah, so the library just shows you where all of your documents are. And then below that is your playlist. You can create multiple different playlists, but essentially a playlist is a folder that contains multiple documents. So right now I have the normal worship playlist selected, which is what we at this campus use on the weekend. Within that, we have our slide loop, a couple songs, an announcements document, a message backup document, a couple more songs, and then an out slide loop. So a playlist basically is just a grouping of documents. Very useful on the weekend when you have a lot of elements to go through. It just kind of keeps them all in one place. So above here is this button called contiguous. Contiguous basically allows you to scroll between documents one after the other, just like this. So if contiguous is off, it will only allow you to scroll to the end of that one particular document that you are on, and it won't actually allow you to keep scrolling down to see what's in the other documents. So it's definitely recommended to keep contiguous on. Since we have so many different things that are going on in the weekend, it's always great to just look ahead and see what the next thing is in line. Cool. So now that we have a brief overview of just everything, of where all of your content is within Propresenter, let's take a look on how you can navigate through slides within Propresenter. So the first way that you can do it is by just clicking on each of the slides. And as you can see, as I go through here, the slides are coming up, they're going away. The next way that you can do it is to use the arrow keys. This is probably the way that I would recommend doing it. There's less opportunity to accidentally click on another slide. You can only go forwards and backwards. It's very, very easy. Another way that you can do it is with just hitting the space bar, but you can only go forwards with that. Another way to navigate between songs is by hitting the up and down arrows. This will bring you to the next document in the playlist. Just know that it won't actually click on that song or the first slide in that document until you either manually click on it with your mouse or you hit the right arrow to then click on that slide. Great. One more thing that I want to show you guys, as you're looking at these documents in this window here, if you want to see more slides at one time, you can actually, on the bottom right here, there's this slider, and you can adjust the size of the slides within that document, which makes it very helpful for navigating really big. Making them smaller, it makes it really helpful for navigating really long songs. So yeah, a lot of that's personal preference, so just whatever works for you. Just know that that is down there if you want to adjust the size. So say you are navigating between slides and you notice a spelling error. There are a couple different ways that you can edit a slide, and it's very easy. The first way is to right click and click on Quick Edit. This is probably the quickest way. I mean, it's called Quick Edit. So say, for instance, let's say mountains needs to be capitalized. So I'm going to capitalize that. And it actually will, it won't take into effect until I click that slide. So if you notice up here on the left, this is the previous version. You move the mountains, lowercase mountain. This is the edited version, and then I'll click on that, and now it will change it to a capital M there. The other way that you can edit a slide is by right-clicking and hitting Edit Slide. This will give you far more options. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change that back to a lowercase m. You can change things like the font, the size, the outline, tracking, all of that stuff. You probably won't ever need to change any of that. But with Edit Slide, if you right-click and then click Edit Slide, it will give you far more options to make edits. The one benefit of this edit option is you're able to then click on the next slide. Say there's a bunch of slides that are just wrong, one after the next. You can just click on the next one and then just edit there. Click on the next one, make your edit, and just keep going. And then once you're done with those edits, you just click on the X up here and you are good. Great, so hopefully you have a better understanding of just the basic layout and operation of Propresenter 6 and just some of the language that they use within Propresenter. So I hope this was really helpful, and thanks for watching.